So I guessed Weezer on the last one. It's not Weezer.
All right, I don't know what this song is. And I'm doing this for this reason.
Okay.
Because I overheard this.
It sounds very familiar.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
I overheard it yesterday.
Overheard it where?
Online somewhere. Just those 4 chords.
You gotta get offline, man.
I know. And I thought, man, that's like maybe a Staples or some groovy Motown sounding. I don't know. I heard it and knew. I mean, the chords are fairly simple in the progression, and knew how to play it right away when I heard it, and it's killing me.
So you need help from the audience.
Tell me what that song is. Because I don't know, but it's pretty. You heard it, right?
I've heard it for sure.
Yeah.
I've heard it.
I don't know. Don't have any idea. I even searched for those 4 chords online like an idiot, and there's so many chords that are. I mean, so many songs that are in these chords.
It sounds like something that's in a movie or. I don't know.
Tell us what it is,
Very
please.
familiar. Help us out.
Yeah, sorry, I thought.
Okay. Hey everybody, welcome back to Great Measures. My name is Richard. This is Judson, sitting next to me.
Yeah, that's right. Great Measures.
So we've got a band today called Signs of Extinction.
Who's that?
The song is called The Precursor. So this is a band from the Netherlands. Shout out to the drummer, Ramon. He reached out to us.
He's from the Netherlands?
Yeah.
It's probably not Ramon.
Probably not. Probably not.
But we'll say, Ramon! Anyway.
Don't hate us, Ramon.
Ramon.
Or maybe it's Ramon.
Raymond?
Ramon.
Raymond?
I'm going to say Ramon.
I'll say Ramon.
I don't know. So he reached out to us. He's the drummer for the band. And we are actually premiering this video and this song for them.
I would have worn something different if I knew I was at a premiere.
Red carpet special. This is from their upcoming album. Let's see. I'll give you a little bit of background on the band.
Not too much now.
So Signs of Extinction is a deathcore band formed in 2020 by Martine, I don't know, and Ramon. During their time in music college in the Netherlands. I say they're from the Netherlands. Their music college was in the Netherlands. I may be wrong. Drawing from symphonic deathcore bands like Shadow of Intent and Lorna Shore, and technical death metal bands like Inferi and Singularity, they create a sound that is crushing, cinematic, and technically proficient. The upcoming debut album is called The Post-Human Manifesto. It will be out November the 7th. It explores themes of humanity's survival instinct during great cataclysms.
Okay. Well, let's listen to this Precursor.
Another cool little tidbit, the vocalist is a guy named Renee, and he is the drummer for a band called Distant. I know you don't know Distant, but a lot of people watching this will probably know who Distant is.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. All right, this is The Precursor by Signs of Extinction. Ready to roll?
Proceed, Richard. What do you think, Richard?
Love it. Absolutely love it. I'm a big fan of the symphonic. I mean, there's even a little bit of a, I would call it a blackened element there in that intro section. Not the clean part, but the next riff that comes in. I'm just a really big fan. Really looking forward to the rest of the album, honestly. I think the video is really cool. Maybe a little controversial for YouTube standards. Hopefully not when we upload this, but we'll see. I don't know. I think the drumming is great. I think the guitar is great. I even like his vocals. I couldn't sit down and go, well, there's that one part I don't like because there's nothing in it that I didn't care for.
Yeah. I thought that the moving through the different sections of the song was great.
Yeah.
I like the music in the beginning. It picks up on the double bass drum there at some point, and I'm okay with that if they let it go.
Yeah.
And then bring it back, but he kind of.
I know that's not your thing.
And that's Ramon.
Yeah.
Beast, man.
Yeah, he's a monster.
But sometimes I just get tired of the double bass.
I know you do. Yeah, that's okay.
And so, I'm just saying. So it was good for me when it breaks and goes into that that clean part.
Yeah.
And then the end is so cool.
Yeah.
There's 3 parts to the song, really, right? Musically,
much, yeah.
You could say.
Maybe a 4th in there. But
yeah.
3 or 4.
Well, just yeah. So I was really into that. Just the fact that it takes you through different musical stylings, sort of. And I liked them all. They give you sort of a rest, and then they bring you back for this meaner sort of a breakdown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a
breakdownish.
Yeah.
I really, really thoroughly enjoyed it, and they did such good guitar work with the drum, with the drumming, and even in the last part there when they're, I know it's par for the course in some of this kind of music, but it takes a lot of thought, and it takes a lot of practice, and it takes a lot of, when you're going, you have a pattern, obviously, but you miss one, and hold on.
The whole puzzle falls
Go
apart.
again.
Yeah.
Until we all get it right, and so that takes work, and I think you can see the amount of work that they have to obviously put into what would be presumably the rest of the album, just from this precursored song, The Precursor.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guitar was really cool. The vocal, I'm sure it's great for this.
Sure.
For what it is. I'm more, and no disrespect, I just get down with the harsher sound all the time.
Yeah.
But it fits this, and I really enjoy whatever he's singing about, because there's a lot in there. Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed the video because I think it seemed to go perfectly along with what he's talking about. I took it as more, I could be so wrong, Ramon, but
let's hear it.
I don't know. I think that it's kind of what you saw on the screen, but I thought it was a really cool part when there's bombs going off, and he's sort of talking about that. He's sort of talking about slaves to technology and radical or fascists and can I say that?
Yeah.
And just stuff that you see, with Elon, and then all of a sudden it showed Adolf right after that. Mm-hmm. He's the comparison. I say he, but the band is just showing. It seemed like it was the images and just all they showed everything, and then it sort of backs up from the world to kind of say that's what it is, and then then the bomb goes off. He even had Oppenheimer in his famous Destroyer of Worlds speech there. I mean, it went through all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then has the eye of that, I think it was a little girl or a little person, a younger person, child. And I just like the image of the earth and then that eye, and then goes into the eye, and then the lyrics start talking about the Precursor, whatever that is, the destroyer of men, which I took as more of a spiritual thing or a metaphysical thing.
Okay.
As if it was the destroyer and the creator, because within destruction has to come the new beginning. You know, with every ending there has to be, it's just, there's no way around it. So that's kind of how I took it, in the sense of maybe all of this needs to end. And that
Interesting.
and that is a new beginning. Well, because it goes, when it goes into the eye, you see, the lyrics start being, my legs are trunks, my chest are the mountains. Really cool, huge, and
yeah.
But then, you know, I'll slay all men, or
So that lines like that throughout the lyrics are. So I interpreted it a little bit differently, or the perspective that I saw it from was a little bit differently. I read the lyrics as you can call it whatever you want to call it, whether it's a spiritual entity or whether it's a globalized cabal group of people that are here to divide and conquer and cause dissent. I read it from a sort of a jovial, laughing at the little people from the perspective of the cabal or the spiritual entity or whatever is has its control over. Not in a sense of like speaking not speaking directly first person to them, but just an overall arching theme of, haha, we're laughing at you. You can't stop what we're doing, type thing.
And that's the Precursor in your mind?
No, I didn't really. I'm an idiot because I didn't really take the song title into consideration. But I'm just talking about the lyrics themselves. I took the tone as being these lyrics are the opinion of, or the perspective of
whoever's in
control, sowing dissent, and sort of in a sadistic way, laughing, jokingly about it. That's just how
I can see it.
That's probably way wrong from how they interpreted it or meant for it to be.
I can see some of that in there just because of whenever there was a first person thing, he was saying something about, that's how it came across to me, as if whatever it is sadistic in some kind of way. But I don't know if it was referring to that thing or if it was referring to what the world has become. I don't know.
Just the state of everything.
Yeah. I don't even know. Like I said, I was moved by a couple of images and obviously trying to understand the lyrics through the images that they were giving us, which I assume that's part of their offering, is to say, think of this whenever you listen to these words. But I could be wrong.
And to that point, I think, again, I don't want to speak for them. They're more than welcome to comment and give us their take on it. I hope they do. Hope you guys do. But I perceived it as the imagery that was shown was how they interpret evil or I don't know if evil is the word, but wrongdoing and corruption and
Yeah.
Just bad things overall.
Yeah, I mean, well, there weren't necessarily good things on there that they were showing. But the nature, I mean, they did a whole cosmic thing in the beginning where you're just seeing galaxies and supernovas and then you come to Earth and all this crap, and I don't know, maybe it was sort of showing how ridiculous it all is. And that it will end, and then the precursor just being the beginning of something else. Like I said, there were just a few images that stuck out to me that I thought were really cool. And the Earth and then going to the eye of a child was so cool. And then there was that one image where you had what looked like one of the African armies that use children, and then cut to a child hugging presumably their father coming back from military service. And it's just a weird dichotomy there of you see one is wrong, you see other one is right, and it's just kind of weird. I like that though. I think that in some way that there's a dismiss there can be showed you a lot of bad things. Showed you Pablo Escobar, showed you the metal guy I didn't even recognize. So, thought it was Shannon Hoon at first.
So Judson asked me who was the guy smirking at the camera, and I explained that's Varg Vikernes. So he murdered Euronymous from Mayhem.
Yeah, I know the story now. I mean, I knew the story.
Okay,
I just didn't know the guy.
But that was him in court. Like maybe right around the time his sentence got handed to him, he just kind of looks at the camera and
he favored Shannon Hoon. So, and it was such a they flashed so much in front of you.
Is he from Blind Melon? Shannon Hoon? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that's who that was.
Yeah, he sort of looked like him to me, but it'd be impossible to go back through all the images and talk about all of them. But they were all pretty political, you know, all the stuff you see on the news, one way or another. And it's not all good, it's all bad, in the sense of, well, what's bad? I mean, that's the other thing I kind of took from the video is you're looking at all these cosmic images that they're giving you, and you go on this one little speck of dirt, and all this stuff is going on, and it's just kind of like...
Yeah.
And we see it all as terrible. Maybe that's what I think about the lyrics, and it could be totally wrong, Ramon, is that we get so caught up in all the stuff that we see as bad and horrible, and when it's all nothing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. That it can be wiped out in a second by itself. It'll swallow itself whole, and there'll be nothing, but it won't matter because all of these galaxies will still come together and form, and there'll be another speck of dirt, and all its theater will go on, and
the sooner the better.
The sooner the better.
Take us out.
You know, start over. But it was jamming.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Musicianship was high level of musicianship there, Ramon. But that's all I got.
Cool.
That's cool stuff. Thanks for showing it to me, Richard.
You're welcome. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure to check out the upcoming album on November the 7th from Signs of Extinction. That was The Precursor by Signs of Extinction. The premiere of The Precursor.
Oh. The premiere. The Great Measures.
Have a wonderful day, everybody.